Yes, hi. Hi, this is Noel. Yeah, hi. I wanted to talk to you about trust, okay? Trust is something that's hard to come by now because it is a targeted individual. Sometimes you have a hard time, trying to trust anybody now, even if they say they're a TI, right? But for me, trust is hard for me to really. I have a hard time trusting anybody. But I do trust, my parents and my sister. There's people I do trust, I love them very much. I know my like little nieces and nephews, they would never do something to hurt me. But these people who are behind this program, they're pretty evil, man. Just trying to harm people. That's like they do that probably for a living. I want to share an experience with you about trust, okay? Okay, this was before I even knew I was a target individual, okay? So what happened was, an acquaintance was calling me. His name was Ronald Newhouser. They call him Ron, right? He was calling me from Fairfield, California, okay? So he was calling me. He couldn't reach me, so he called my sister up. My sister, gave me the message, and I called him from my phone. Then now he has my phone number, okay? So he starts calling me, okay? Okay, so to make a long story short, this guy Ron calls me up and says, "Hey, how you doing? I want to get together. Maybe I'm selling some things. I have some brand new cell phones, brand new iPads. I have a brand new generator, and I want you to see if you're interested in buying something too." He wanted me to come visit him. I didn't know that I'm a target individual at that time. I didn't know that they're trying to set me up and get me in trouble and frame me and all that stuff, right? So what I'm trying to say is that you have to be careful who you trust out there, okay? So this guy Ron, he keeps like aggressively telling me to come by, come by, man, come by. I have these things are gonna sell really fast, and I'm like, man, I'm working it right now, I'm working. I can't really come by because I'm busy. I have things to do. And then you know, he actually kept calling and calling. So I said, okay, I had a day off from work, and I decided to go there up to Fairfield, California. Okay, and this was kind of like my fault. I went to Fairfield, California to meet Ron and talk to him, and next thing you know, he shows me the things, right? He shows me like I have look, man, this is a brand new iPhone. These are the phones I have. These are iPads. Brand new generator. Look at this, man. I have some other things you might be interested in. I'm like, I don't know, man. I was like looking at it and I was like, man, they do look kind of nice. They're brand new and everything, and I guess they work. So what I'm trying to say is that I wasn't sure if I felt comfortable because I wasn't sure if this stuff was like if it was stolen or not. So I kind of like was hesitant about like buying things in it from him. So now I wanted to leave, man. I go to a house up in Fairfield, man. I'll give you the address, man. Okay, his name's Ronald Newhouser, right? And the address is 1318 Kansas Street, okay? 1318 Kansas Street, okay? So I go up there, and I didn't know, I did not know that I'm a TI, a targeted individual back then. I thought I'm just a regular person running around. They already tapped my phones, okay? So I'm going over there. I have my dad's car, his Mercedes, and I drive up there. He shows me the things, and I take a look at it, and I said, yeah, it looks brand new, okay? And I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna flip the camera over, and I'm gonna show you the address where I go to, okay? And I'm just gonna cut back here. Here we go. Okay. See if you can see that right there. Okay, this is, it looks a little, wow. See here. So it looks like it's, let me get a good image on here. See here. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a, here it is right here, okay? I went to this place right here. See if I could get a picture of that right here. This is, I went to this house, 1318 Kansas Street in Fairfield, California. I went there towards the garage. There's security cameras all over this house. And he shows me the things in there, man. He shows me like the brand new items he got in there. In 1318 Kansas Street in Fairfield, California, okay? And when I looked at it, I actually was tempted to buy it, but I wasn't sure if it was stolen or not. So I was like very hesitant. I didn't want to like buy something like that, you know, if it was stolen, you know. You know, I walked in there. There was people all over the place, man. They were like just literally just doing drugs everywhere, you know. And I didn't know it was like a, I'm not sure if that was a drug house or what, man. 1318 Kansas Street, Fairfield, California, okay. So I go in there, stay there for a while, and he shows me the items, and there's a guy, man, in there. He has like a video of sides of his house everywhere, and he's just looking at it while they're like doing drugs and everything. And I'm like, man, okay. And then after that, I decided to leave, but he wants me to go take a ride with him, right, to other places, okay. And this is the map of the place right here. Let me see here. I don't know if you can actually see the map of Fairfield here. Let me see if I can get a map of the place here. Okay. This is Fairfield right here, right? Let me see if I can make the picture a little bigger. Right here. Here. Okay. Here's Kansas Street. Kansas Street is right here on the map. I don't know if you can see my finger right here. See where that red dot is? That's Kansas Street. And I was driving up Kansas Street going towards Travis Boulevard. I go towards Webster, right? While I'm in that area, you could see you know, I'm being followed by, there's like unmarked police cars following me around now, okay? This is in Fairfield, California. Kansas Street. Take a look at the red dot now, okay? And take a look at, let me see here. See right here, down here? Down here is the Fairfield Police Department. You see that? There. Fairfield Police Department, man. Can't get a good clear image on it, man. So I'm over there driving around not knowing that the police station is like, man, a few blocks away. So these people probably called Ron to have him set me up that night, man, you know. So I'm over here at Kansas Street. We're driving down Travis Boulevard. We're going towards let me see here. Let me get a satellite map on here. I'm trying to get a map on here, but I can't get a good image, okay? What I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to we're going down Travis Boulevard. We go down you know, Butler Amusement Way, and then we go to Webster Street, We go to a couple houses because he's trying to like pick up some things, but I'm not sure if these things were like his or not, or stolen. So I kind of like, was very hesitant about buying things from this guy. And then he tells me to you know, st stay here, and then he tells me to stay there at his house. But I'm like, wait a minute, man. He says, stay here while the police are up the street. And I'm like, fuck, dude, you're crazy, man. You're trying to set me up, dude. So the police station is a couple blocks away. Fairfield Police, right? They trying to set me up. So I'm like, wait a minute, you trying to set me up? You trying to get me thrown in jail? Oh, you crazy, man. So I'm like, I literally walked out the house, man, because I don't want to be, I don't want them to say I stole something or I did something in there, right, in the house. So I go towards my car, right? I go towards my car, and then I'm ready to leave, and then my windows are down, my windows are rolled down, and then I'm kind of like ready to leave, but these people here, they threw something, they put something there in the car. They threw something in, and then they kind of like put something underneath the seat, man. They're like planting drugs, okay? And then on top of that, they have Mark police cruisers, Fairfield PD, okay? Fairfield, California. They were on each corner, right? So I'm gonna tell you now. I get back in my car, I put the seatbelt on, okay? And then on top of that, I head back, driving, and Fairfield PD does a traffic stop. Not a regular traffic stop. They surround me. They put flashlights, they pulled out their guns and say, hey man, get out, get out. Put your hands up. And then you're like, okay, what's going on here, right? And then they search you, see if you got anything on you. Then they go in your car. They search your car, and they're like, gonna look in there and say, oh, whose drugs are these? What is this? There's a gun in here too? Now they're gonna take you to jail. You know what I mean? But I didn't get in my car at that time, okay? I did not get in my car at that time. They tried to set me up, tried to frame me, man. I'm so upset about it. For me to even talk about it is like a therapy for me, because I'm just upset, man. They tried to set me up, man. So I didn't get in my car. I stayed out there. I was calling my family, calling my mom or sister them, or I even called Junior. I called anybody I knew. I told them I was here in Fairfield, man. And they were trying to set me up and frame me up here. Okay, so when I tell you about trust now, okay, you have to be careful who you trust out there as a targeted individual, because they might set you up to go to jail, not just jail, but the prison, okay, or they might try to do harm to you. They might try to kidnap you, kill you, okay? So you got to be careful who you trust out there, okay, as a targeted individual. And if you don't take my advice for it, do your research on your own, and you should also talk to a civil rights attorney, okay? I'm not into like violence or anything, but I'm into safety. But if you feel really scared as a target individual, you should talk to a civil rights attorney about having a carry permit for a firearm, like a nice handgun, but legally in your name, right? Registered in your name, and have a carry permit. You could ask a civil rights attorney, or go to a gun shop and ask them how I can what's the requirement for a carry permit. So if you're in ever a situation that you're in danger, you should only use it for self-defense. Remember that. And try to avoid it too. Try to avoid going places that you don't feel comfortable, But if you're in a situation that you're alone and you're a target individual and you feel like they're really trying to harm you and you're out there by yourself, they're gonna kidnap you, fucking either throw you in jail or prison or try to harm you, like try to kill you, then you have every right to defend yourself. You have every right to defend yourself. You can even talk to a civil rights attorney, talk to anybody about it. It's like self-defense. It's common sense, man. If somebody's gonna just harm you, you know, you have every right to defend yourself out there, There's always people who go missing out there. There's people who get harmed out there. You need to do all you can to protect yourself. Well, I'm gonna sign off for now. And be careful who you trust, man. Don't even trust people. You just be careful who you trust out there, even if they tell you they're a target individual or we're a group, support group, because some of these people, they're not who they say they are. They're like an infiltrator. They say they're a target, and then next thing you know, they're actually perpetrator, a gang stalker. So be careful, because you don't want to be in a situation that you can't get out of. You have to be very careful out there. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a target individual. I'm a real target. Okay. These people, they're evil, man. Pure evil, man. I have nothing to say, nothing nice to say about these people, man. They're just pure evil, man. You take care. You stay safe. God bless.